job. Good job. Good job, Harley. You gotta calm down a little. Calm down. Calm down. You calm down? No, no, no. Back up. No. Yeah. Alright. One more. That's it. You guys gotta double the treats because the camera closed. Alright, we'll go Marley. Napkin. Nice. Good job. Alright. You think you're going to get some more? We're done. We're done. We're done. Nope. 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 Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you're at. And we'll see you on the next one. I'll probably be here tomorrow morning. Oh. I think we're on. We should actually have better audio today because, like I said, I've used this setup before, and you should be able to hear some motorcycle noise, road noise, and everything, but it shouldn't like just completely just audio get destroyed. So I'm back on the old setup. Alright, so we should be good. Let me switch back over to the other app. In fact, I'm going to restart it just because. I don't really have a route in mind today. I thought about heading up to Santa Fe. I don't think I've taken everybody up to Santa Fe before. We could take the scenic way back around behind the mountain. The unfortunate part is that there will be a kind of a large section that... Alright, we got YouTube. The problem is if I go around the backside of the mountain, it's definitely more scenic, but there's an unfortunate large section that the stream won't be up and running, and so that's I guess that's kind of a decision I got to make on that. So I don't know, let's go start by maybe topping off our gas somewhere. Hold on a sec. I thought you could pull up, preview the video on IRL link. Where is that? I don't know where it's at. Oh well, we're not. Scroll down where the title is. Oh, show stream. There we go. I was hiding there. I don't know why. I feel like I always gotta see the video. Oh yeah, you're gonna go, huh? Yeah, buddy. Man, getting gasoline all over the place today. Well, I wasn't going to take the day off, but decided at the last minute, you know what? Don't really have a lot going on, and so went ahead and just submitted a day off. Just take a day off, get on out. Yeah, long weekend. I don't know. I deserve a day off. That's the way I see it. How's that audio sounding? It's got to sound much better. Like I said, I've used this setup before, but I figured out that you pretty much cannot. I'm not going to say you cannot. You can use the DJI mics with the iPhone and Moblin. You just cannot use it in a situation with a helmet because the gain levels are just way too high. I did talk to Eric, the developer, and asked if there's any possibility to have gain controls on the iPhone side, because that's really what the problem is. It's not the DJI mic. You know, I imagine if I actually use the receiver, then maybe I could control it that way, but I don't want to use the receiver. The whole point of getting these mics was to be able to Bluetooth directly to the iPhone. I'm on the fence of like which way I want to go today. Let's see, which way does it need to go? To the right? How's that? Alright, it might not stay there. I'm probably going to have to check it. Let me see if I can lock it down. I'll try my best. Try my best to not move. But the only thing is I'm not sure of is if I actually moved the mounting or just moved it on the strap and it's eventually just gonna like float back. I thought I smelled a diesel truck back there. That was it on the left. Can't hide that smell from me. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this is one of those sunny days where the sun shines on the cables going up the tram. have here? Somebody on a TT bike. I did bring gear so that if I get tired of wearing this backpack, I can mount the camera on the pole and strap the back to the seat. Take that little bit of weight off of my shoulder. It's not that bad, you know. Who do we have here? Another TT bike. Behind me is speeding, catching up to me. They don't know that you don't want to mess around with the Sandia police through here. They love catching speeders through here. There's quite a few people out on bikes today. Enjoying a early long weekend. This is true. I just needed that other police officer that was sitting back there on the corner to be behind this guy. I look like Marco there in the pink jersey there. Marco. Oh yeah, look at all these people out on bikes today. I almost feel like I should have been out on a bike. I don't know. That race on Zwift last night kicked my ass. I'm just worn out. Another one. moving traffic to the right. Been working on this intersection up here for a little while. Oh, there's a good pair of pliers right in the middle of the road there. Oh, and they look like a nice pair too. Look at all these people out. Oh boy, everybody's on a long weekend. Everybody's out on their bicycles. Another one. Oh man. Everybody's out. How's my camera angle? Did it fall back in place, or is it staying fixed on the even horizon? Okay. I think when I turned it, I felt the mount turning, so hopefully it wasn't just that I was swiveling the shoulder strap around. man, there's so many people out on bikes. There's a lot of people that just took advantage of the entire weekend. Somebody's cooking bacon. I love that smell. I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I think I ate a bar and then left. Okay, who's this? Alright, I think we know who this is. All right, so we're gonna make a left here, jump on old Route 66 as we head out of the city limits. I still don't really know where I'm going. I'm kind of just taking it as I go. This is an FYI. I'm gonna try to keep it as scenic as possible. I'd go into the mountains a little bit. The only problem is that you only have good signal so far up the mountain. Feel those temperatures rising. It's not as cool of air blowing into the helmet anymore. It's like more like warm air. Oh, well, the top vent wasn't even open, so there's that. Now I can feel the cool air blowing on the top of my head. Yes. Just on the other side of this canyon here. If you look ahead on the map, it's called Imbudo. Yeah, we used to take our four-wheelers. There's several places just all up along the road here. On that road that goes up from Tijeras Canyon, when I head up towards my mom's house. There are several places that they allow motorcycles up there in the mountains. Really nice trails too. And I'm talking like legit in the mountains, not just in the hills. Man, I'm gonna have to take a break soon. My hands are already getting a little numb. And on the throat. Man, I feel like I'm about to get a cramp in my hip. Just feels like it. Everybody's got their boats, their campers. Everybody's headed out for the weekend. Wonder what lake they're going to. Alright, there's the potential that there's going to be some spots here where might lose a signal.
Turn on location services for that. Want to turn it on just this once, or while using Siri?
No.
On your alphabet, turn on precise location for Siri.
Oh my God, Siri, shut up. Good grief, that was loud in my head. She has the most high-pitched, annoying voice. I gotta be careful with speed here because don't want to get pulled over here. Now, like I was trying to say, there's going to be some spotty areas around here for signal. Beginning to question whether there's just nobody on YouTube or the YouTube chat is broken again. Do I need to reset the app? Okay. I guess I need to reset it again. It'd be nice if they fix that. Because now it's just going to repeat everything. Gordon was in there. Okay, sorry Gordon, I don't know if you're still there, but the my text-to-speech was broken on YouTube again. As far as where we're headed, I don't really have a plan. I just literally just decided last minute, took the day off, and said I'm going to go for a live stream on the motorcycle today. So we're kind of going, I don't want to say wherever the wind's blowing, but we're kind of going wherever the wind's blowing. So sorry about that, YouTube. I never know when that app breaks for the text-to-speech. Yelling? I'm not yelling at cyclists. I'm applauding them for everybody taking advantage of a long weekend. There's so many people out on bicycles today. It's not even funny. Like everybody's taking advantage of the long weekend. All right, y'all. I might stop this gas station. No, no Strava here. Yeah, that'd be some cheating bots. Cheating. As it is, I always try to make sure when I'm on my e-bike that it's always on e-bike when I start my Strava. All right, so big question here. Do I go up into the mountain a little bit and then come back down and then get breakfast, or get breakfast and then go up into the mountain a little bit? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Tell you what. All right, well, let me take you all up into the mountains here real quick. I'm not going to go up very far because, like I said, it's one of those things where there's going to be good cell reception for the most part. This, by the way, is infamous for riding your bike up to the top of the Sandia Crest, y'all. So I've done it numerous times. I don't know my fastest time. I've done it, I don't know how many times in bike races. We'll go up a little bit. Y'all keep me informed on the YouTube chat. Hopefully, I don't know why, but this the app here tends to intermittently decide it wants to break, and I won't know. I'm going to go up as to the point that I know that the signal tends to fall out, okay? So you might see it get a little intermittent through here, but I'll try to give you a little view of this beautiful ride up here. If you're ever out here in Albuquerque and want to ride your bicycle up this mountain, it's a great ride. Watch out, squirrel! Get off the damn road. It's not too often you see a gray squirrel with a white tail. I'll show you the corner that when I was a junior racing back in 1986, 87. I think it was actually in 1988. I crashed up here coming down the mountain, hauling ass, and this hairpin turn up here, I hit a little patch of water. It was so random because, you know, there's not a rainy day or anything like that, but there just happened to be this one little spot of water. How in the hell it ended up there, I have no idea. Oh, that guy up there's moving. Thought I was going to get stuck behind cars, but that guy's hauling ass up there. Alright, how's the video feed, y'all? Are we still good? Alright, this is the hairpin crash. It's coming down, slid right there, and like went into the hill right here on my bicycle. Slid all the way across the road. Oh shit, I forgot to change gears. We're good, we're good. Alrighty. This is a nice windy little road. Pretty challenging when you're coming downhill on a bicycle too. It's actually this is a really fun hill climb on a bike. This is actually a very scenic, enjoyable ride. Probably all weekend. So you may not see me in the gym at all this weekend. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do the same thing where I'll come in, do a light workout, and then go for a ride later on in the afternoon when the sun comes up. Because it's going to be beautiful all this weekend. Today it's going to be 70 degrees. We got our first bicyclist. There he is. There's another guy that took an early weekend. And you want to talk about forgetting, that's on Twitch, so that's a standard command then. Yeah, and you want to talk about forgetting, Dimitri, you know, I turned 55 in a couple of weeks, and my memory is just getting worse, you know. It is not as sharp as it used to be. And it's not all due to age. You do know that they say that when you get married, the memory is the second thing you lose. Don't ask me what the first is because I forgot. You can sit down now. Go. Go, 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 go. Let's see what the sign says we're doing. Slow down, slow down. Says we're doing 29 right now, yeah. You probably got it.
I want to throw up now.
Stillbender Brewery. And I've not had one of their beers yet because I quit drinking beer a couple of years ago, and I'll have one here and there. Like when I go on to Vegas next week, when we're on vacation in Vegas, I'll probably have a beer here and there. But I honestly don't drink beer very much. Oh, here comes all the kids. Alrighty, I think we might be back. Like I said, I know that there's a certain point where I can go up. If I were to continue going up to the top, there's areas near the top of the mountain that there's some signal. But I don't really want to go all the way to the top today, so I just wanted to give you all just a little taste of like what this road is like. Squeaky voices. I think we'll be good just to get another year. I should have been watching that on the way up. Belt and out of the way, especially since 2020. You know, my mind goes back to 2019 and thinking. So I don't know if y'all heard me earlier when I was talking about this hairpin turn that I crashed on. It was like in 1988. I was flying down this mountain. I was 17 years old. It's like this last little left turn right here, and it kind of winds just a little bit, and it goes right into a hairpin turn. I was hauling ass through it, and like I said, just so random. There was a wet spot right in the road, like, I'll tell you like where, like right around here. Boom. I went down and slid all the way across the road into that hill. for going fast downhill. Well, you was going fast. Not no more. Guy is this? Oh, that was the guy that was way down on the hill out over there. That's moving. I passed him before Mailbox Hill. I was like way back there. They call that Mailbox Hill because there's usually when they do have bicycle road races out here. Mailbox Hill is kind of a known sprint. It's like right at the top of a climb, and so they usually do like a paid QOM and KOM. It's called Mailbox Hill. So we have our own Mailbox Hill out here. It doesn't exist just on Zwift. Question is how do you get to that gas station? Oh, okay, I see. I see. Okay. Alright, so the text-to-speech is connected to my helmet. So I'm going to momentarily be without text-to-speech because I'm going to leave my helmet here. I will be right back though. Let's see here. All right, let me go find some breakfast. I will be right back. Hello. Green chili pork, ham, Rex burrito, no meat, sausage burrito, we got a ham burrito. I think we might do it. Man, you know, don't know how bad I want to do green chili and pork, but we are gonna skip that and go the ham. Let's see here. Have a beverage of champions, Red Bull. Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Your total is 1209? Cash or cards?
Card.
Of this corner right here. I'll help. There you go.
Thanks.
I don't know something.
All right, y'all. Let me put the phone back up here. Might just turn the helmet off. That way I could have the audio. Let me see here.
Goodbye. Power Karma said hello. Power Karma said hi. Angel Chavez said hi. Dimitri
All right.
Kapriyanov said do a wheelie. Fortnite Gang said hi. Dimitri Kapriyanov said test this is YT. Dimitri Kapriyanov said that's one way to talk to Siri LOL. Dimitri Kapriyanov said at night you can change the voice of Siri. Gordon said well this is not the stream I was expecting. Rishikesh Avareddy said where are you headed to? Dimitri Kapriyanov said he's been yelling at cyclist all day LOL. Gordon said LOL. Gordon said did you start your Strava? Dimitri Kapriyanov said at least not off a cliff. Gordon said yep still good. Gordon said simple break it up now.
All right. A little bit of ham, a little bit of egg. That's a good burrito right there. I wonder if my buddy Bruce still owns that place, the Lazy Lizard. I heard years ago that he owns this place. I've eaten there a number of times and he was never there. They make some really good calzones. Bruce was the store manager at the bike shop that I worked at years ago. We're talking like 1987, 1988, 89. So you can see here, I brought the telescoping camera pole. So that way if I get tired of carrying all of you on my shoulder, I can just strap the backpack to the streaming backpack to the seat here and then put you all up on a pole behind me here. Pardon me while I stuff my face here. Like I said, I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I had full intention of stopping to grab some breakfast somewhere.
Saint Sidorset went off-road on my land last night.
Off-road, huh? Sounds like fun.
Saint Sidorset landed in the tractor trails of my father with my KLR 650 with bald tires.
Bald tires.
Saint Sidorset full of mud and water.
Well, bald tires make for an exciting trip, right?
Saint Sidorset fun times. Dmitry Kupryanov said now I need lunch.
Oh, you should have just had some of that burrito I had. The burrito was phenomenal. It was perfect too.
Saint Sidor said I was going back home from with a backpack lunch back LUL.
Oh man, I don't know if I should have got a carbonated beverage. I'm gonna be burping this in my helmet the whole time.
Saint Sidor said from work.
Excuse me. All right, is anybody in YouTube? Send me a message in YouTube if you're still there. I want to find out. I just reset the app, so
Saint Sidor said, ever had other sport bikes?
yeah, I've had a ZZR 1200. It was a damn fast bike, and I told myself it was gonna. When I got another motorcycle, I was not going to get a sport bike again, especially a big boy. So yeah, I'm used to riding on the edge of death on motorcycles, but I was very, very determined to not get
Saint
another one.
Sidor said, if rode big motor Harleys, I want a 1000cc sport bike or naked.
Yeah, it doesn't tempt me anymore. As much as I like to look at them and everything, I don't know. I think I have a lot more respect for the throttle. Who knows? Maybe when I get tired of this one here, maybe I'll look at one. I don't know. But yeah, I've had big boys before. A ZZR 1200 was no slouch.
Saint Sidor said, but do you think a 600cc would be good?
Oh yeah, it's in a sport bike. Yeah, that's like you get a 600cc sport bike. I mean, what can you not do with it as far as speed?
Saint Sidor said, call a 636.
Yeah, I would say you'd be plenty fast. All right, y'all, let me go dump this trash, and we're gonna get back.
Discounted Kawasaki cause it bought stuff there. Saint Sidor said, just no tax.
Have a discounted Kawasaki because they bought stuff. Yeah, then I would. Shit, yeah, get it. You don't need my permission. I just don't know that you need. I don't know. There's a difference between just need and want, and then I think ultimately it comes down to like, what's your level of respect for the throttle? That's what it really comes down to. You know, I think in my older age, I've come to appreciate.
Fred Cook said, I love the 636.
Yeah, there you go. Another fan. Hey, is there anybody on YouTube? Can somebody YouTube send me a quick chat? Just a hi, a hello. I just want to make sure this app is not broken again before I get going. There's a Kawasaki. Nice big green one. Look at that, big old Ninja. It's a big boy. That's my style of bike right there. If I was going to get a big boy bike, that's what I would get right there. Hands down. That's a sweet looking bike. All right, I'm going to assume that the app is broke again because I don't hear anybody on YouTube. So let me reset this here. I'm tired of resetting the app.
Power Karma said hello. Power Karma said hi. Angel Chaka said hi. Dimitri Kupriyanov said do a wheelie.
Hello.
Fortnite Gang said hi. Dimitri Kupriyanov said test this is YT. Dimitri Kupriyanov said that. Dimitri Kupriyanov said at least not off a cliff. Gordon said yes, still good. Gordon said
All right, well, we got y'all back in the helmet. That's a sweet bike too. Triumphs, heck yeah. I used to race bicycles. Oh man, what happened? Oh shit. I used to race bicycles with the guy that owned the local Triumph dealer here in Albuquerque. How's the camera angle? Are we still good on the Y'all let me know if I screwed up the camera angle on the horizon. Okay. Oh shoot, I guess I could have gone left right there. Damn it. Oh well, we're gonna do the roundabout. We're gonna do a circle. Alright, where's my wallet? Okay. Good thing I checked because I didn't zip it up. Man, that was a delicious burrito. I'm going to take it that there's just nobody in YouTube because I've reset the app a couple of times. So. Yep, there I go. Just like I said, be burping Red Bull in my helmet. See this right here? Mailbox. This is what we call our mailbox hill here. It's kind of like a known amongst all the bicyclists, bicycle racers around here. You're riding your bike up this hill and that's a kind of a known sprint line. Kind of like a county line. Like it always gets up to the top of mailbox hill here. Boy, that wind is already blowing. Good thing I got out a little early. wind blowing through this canyon. May is Motorcycle Awareness Month. Check your blind spots. That's what that sign said up there. If there's anybody on YouTube chat and you're trying to chat with me, I apologize. This text-to-speech app that I use tends to break every once in a while. what's happening is every time it reloads, it breaks in the process of rereading all the chat. At least that's my theory right now. Yeah, well, fortunately on the motorcycle I absolutely have to use it, because I can't be looking down to try to read the chat. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, if they fix that, I'd be okay with trying to pay for it, you know? Not sure which one. Kinda. I mean, I'm headed back into town, but I'm gonna kind of take a long way, so I'm gonna head through. We're gonna stay on Route 66, so we'll stay on Central Avenue, head towards downtown, maybe ride all the way to the other side of town and wrap around the volcanoes and head home. We'll see how it goes here. I'm concerned about the wind right now, but not so much because I'm not going to be on the interstate. Oh yeah, I totally missed that. That's just how bad this app is broken. I wonder if there are other options out there. It's not like I stream to YouTube too often, but I thought I'd just do it today. I'm not streaming on Kick. Really? Interesting. Does it do text-to-speech? Yeah, that's the drawback right there. Especially for today, like I said, on the motorcycle, I absolutely got to have it. Like, I can quickly glance down and catch things, but on the motorcycle, I'm just extra super cautious. Trying to keep my eyes on the road. Watch for things in the road. I may regret my choice of coming through the city to get home. We will see. It may not be too bad. I guess it's going to be another windy day. And our temperatures are supposed to rise today, so that tells me that it's going to be pretty windy this afternoon. Oh wow, that Popeyes is now a cannabis place. Alrighty. This, I'm always amazed that every time I come through, I used to live up here in the Heights here, so this, like all this intersection around Central, Eubank, Wantabo used to be pretty common for me. That Walgreens is closed. Oh my God. You know, one of the funniest Conan skits is the one with, oh golly, he was taking out one of his interns for her driving test. And then they stop for weed, and then they have Popeyes. Oh god, that was the most hilarious skit. I could watch it over and over, just like fall on the floor laughing every time. Just hilarious. But I know I say this every time I'm on Central Avenue here. It's just every time I look, there's something different from when I lived up here in the Heights 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It's like something's different. Like that place right there, that's a dispensary. That used to be a gay nightclub. Now it's a giant dispensary. I mean, I think some of it is, I mean, if you, I don't know if the camera's showing it, but all you have to do is look around on the streets, you see all the riffraff. If I was to go up and down some of these streets, you'll really see, you know, all the people on the side of the streets doing drugs and stuff. Let me think about that. I don't know about this far up here in the Heights, but as I get further down, yes, I will be. I wish I could show you a hotel that was in a movie. I don't know if you see that white building way out in the distance. That's the First National Bank building. But just on the other side of it used to be a hotel that was used in the movie, I Oh gosh darn it. What was the name of that movie? Is it No Man's Land? Is it No Man's Land? Is that the one? Where the final gun battle happened at the hotel. That happened like it was filmed down here at a hotel. That hotel's no longer there now. I think they tore it down and they've built something there. Come on, girl. I'm letting you in. I'm glad she didn't just come right on over, but I'm glad I saw her turn signal. I think it was No Man's Land. Is that the movie I'm thinking of? The guy that used to go around killing people with the bolt, the air compressed bolt that they use for, you know, slaughtering cattle. I don't think it's called No Man's Land, or is it? No Country, or the title's coming to me. No Country for Men, No Country. What's the name of that movie? That's it, yeah. Well, if you look at that movie carefully, not from this direction, from the opposite direction, you'll see that building. Yeah. Yeah, so coming from the opposite direction, you'll see that building will be on the left, obviously, because they were driving up this way, and then they turned into the hotel up there that's, well, it'll be on my left, but they turned right into that hotel, which is no longer there. I don't even know what's there right now. I think they tore that down a while ago and built something there. Once again, YouTube, if there's anybody there in the chat, I apologize. The text-to-speech app breaks for whatever reason for YouTube. So I'm not ignoring you. It's just that Twitch chat just always works. So I don't know if you can see that two-story building there on the left. But that is where that hotel was, where that gun battle took place. Good. Yeah, see this building right here? This is where that hotel was. They tore it down. No new messages? Okay, all right. Yeah, I wasn't expecting a huge audience on YouTube, but I've noticed my traffic has picked up lately on both my YouTube channel and even my Power Karma Gaming. The traffic has really picked up since I've been streaming Tarkov more often. Hey y'all, I forgot to pin the message, but y'all get a chance, stop by my new website. It's called cyclingaccents.com. That's cycling, ACCENTS.com. I've been putting up some cycling related t-shirts and coffee mugs. inbox. So Saint Zador, I know that there were many areas around here that Breaking Bad used different things. I couldn't be specific about which ones here.
5% total tax on the product.
That's a good question. I tell you, don't try to send anything free over there because it'll cost you $30. I sent Dimitri a graphics card, and I had to fill out all this paperwork about like what I was sending, what it was used for.
Store said cost of searching for cycling clothes aren't about.
Oh yeah, no, these aren't actual cycling. These are just mostly T-shirts and mugs and things like that. I originally, when I bought the domain Cycling Accents, I was going to look into like making cycling socks and gloves and things like that. And I even connected with a vendor in China, sent them all my designs for my socks. I even have some on right now, that the samples that they made for me. And these are like really nice. They're actually really nice, high quality cycling socks. The logos and designs are actually knitted into the sock. They're not like sublamination or anything like that. It was a high quality sock, but I never got to pulling the trigger on that. And so I just decided eventually, you know what, I'll just make the website geared towards more like shirts and hats and like mugs and glasses, things that people like to buy that show that they actually are, their lifestyle is about cycling and so forth. I even made a few designs of the N+1 philosophy. I got a few more that I'm actually working on right now and designing. I can, but I already had an account. So one drawback is Printify allows you to embed product directly on your domain in your store, even though I chose not to go that route because I had set up a store like that once, and it's actually more work than I wanted to do. I would rather just forward and mask the domain going to a place that's basically going to take care of everything for you. So I went with Printify instead of fourth wall, although the Power Karma gear is on fourth wall, but I just did that because it integrates with YouTube, and it was just like an option there. So I mean, the only one that buys my Power Karma gear is me when I want, you know, more T-shirts and stuff to wear. Yeah, I'm working on them. Working on more. ChatGPT is an amazing tool. I'll tell you what. It's either taken my prompts and made concepts and then I did slight modifications, or I provided it an image with different prompts to make modifications to the image. It's a great tool. I do prefer, though, kind of taking my own pictures and images and things that I've made and providing it.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh my God, Siri, shut the fuck up. It seems to me like I get a better deliverable if I give the AI prompts a picture that I've taken or created and give it the additional prompts of what modifications I want to make to it, like, okay, make this, remove the background, make it transparent. I've learned, though, you can't say for a t-shirt because then it'll try to put it on a t-shirt in the prompt. So I no longer say, make this image transparent to fit on a t-shirt, because then it'll take that word and then it'll create your image and then put a t-shirt in the background. Or like, then I got to tell it, make the image transparent. But I usually tell it like what modifications I want, that I do want the colors to be good to fit on a graphic for a t-shirt. Oh man, it's I'm starting to use it more and more. Just make yourself a ChatGPT account. You don't have to do the. You can actually do a lot of stuff with it on the free account. But I recently upgraded to the paid account because I wanted to be able to make the short videos and actually not have a limit on the amount of images that I can create. Because sometimes within the 4 or 5 that it allows you, I don't always get I mean, there's times where it'll give me the image that I want perfectly the first time, but there's times where I got to use multiple prompts to modify it, and then I run out of, because each time it generates an image that goes against your yeah, it is, but I don't like Gork. Every time I've used it, it was shit, and then I stopped paying for the verify. Come on, what are you doing? Oh my God. Oh shit. I don't know what those people were doing. I stalled my motorcycle. I don't pay for the verified anymore. It just wasn't really getting anything out of it. So I just like, why am I paying for this? But ChatGPT is where it's at. I'm just kind of starting to dabble with the Google AI. I hear that they're pretty good, but as far as manipulating your images and things like that, definitely ChatGPT. And then if you upgrade your account, you have a little bit more access to the videos and things like that. So you can actually take your image and tell ChatGPT to turn it into like a 5-second video, which I've been kind of dabbling with that because I created a few more thumbnails for Tarkov. Yeah, I think that's how I did it. I did it, and I did mine a while ago. So, and then I just never used it. And then I would say within the last month, oh gosh, I think I'm gonna have to get off this road, y'all. We're not gonna be able to go through downtown. There is just way too much traffic going on. We're gonna bypass this mess. I'm half tempted to. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We got green lights. Central Avenue, downtown. Here we go. It was just that one light was changed to an all stop. Stop all directions. Yeah, I think you just use your email. You make an account on ChatGPT. The only thing is on the free, like I said, you're limited on the number of images. You can't do videos, but you could do all kinds of things with like the prompt, like as far as creating works or whatever else you want to do. You know. Ride 5. Why does that sound familiar? I feel like I know the name of that title. Ah, okay. All right, everybody, don't get crazy here. What's everybody honking at? Albuquerque's trying to be a modern city. We don't want to be just the home of the cholos and lowriders. I don't know if I'm going to wrap all the way around the volcanoes to go home. I might just go down Rio Grande Boulevard like I normally do on my bicycle to head home. I feel like I've been out for quite a while already. So my head's bothering me a little bit. My hip is bothering me. 2 hours. That's a plenty long of a stream. Plenty long. I didn't get to do exactly what I wanted to do. Originally I was thinking about going all the way out to Santa Fe. I was like, you know what? I might regret that choice because the wind's probably going to pick up. But got to go up into the mountain a little bit. That was nice. It was really cool. I could feel it. Unlike right now, I got warm air blowing through this jacket. But up there,
One selection.
oh my God, Siri.
All right then.
Good golly, she's so loud in my head. I gotta find a way to disable Siri while I'm writing. Whew, man, it is definitely getting warm. I feel my head is sweating. There's not enough air moving through my helmet. Come on, keep going, keep going. You had an arrow. Just keep going. There you go. Yeah. Some air moving through this helmet. realized my turn signal was still on. Oh boy. I think it was a good decision to cut it short instead of going all the way around. The dogs woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. There were cats fighting or mating or something like that, and my dogs are going crazy. As soon as I heard that cat screeching, the first thing I thought of was like, oh crap, did Aspen finally get another cat? It's been a minute since she's gotten a cat. For a while there, she was getting like about 3 or 4 per year. Not to mention the skunk. Alright everybody, I'm gonna go home a slightly different way, so I'll be shutting the stream down here in a different spot than I normally do. Yeah, do we have enough people? Who's on? Okay, yeah, let's raid out to Ren's. Let's do it. I am going to go ahead and stop here though, but if you want to start setting the raid. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Let's send it. Alright everybody, we'll see you at YouTube. Again, apologize for if the text-to-speech was broken and you were trying to chat with me. It's just some fortunate part of this app. We shall see you all later.